Kim Seon Ho was once celebrated as the shining new prince of dramas, a rising star who captured hearts effortlessly with his charming smile and natural acting, becoming a favorite in hits like Startup and Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, and everyone expected him to dominate the industry for years to come, but instead, his career took a mysterious detour that left fans confused, worried, and endlessly speculating, because even though we are now in late 2025, the big comeback that was promised never truly arrived, and questions swirl constantly on social media, fan forums, and entertainment news. Where is Kim Seon Ho? Why is his name still shrouded in silence? And why are his confirmed projects with top stars like Go Yoon and Suzy delayed or seemingly frozen, making fans anxious and curious? The truth is, his disappearance from the spotlight was no accident. There were controversies that shook his reputation. There were missteps, and there were also carefully made promises of a comeback, all of which combined to create an atmosphere of mystery around his career. And when news first circulated about his return, the public reaction was a mix of relief and anticipation, with fans hoping that his time away was a strategic pause rather than the end of his stardom, and the announcements themselves seemed promising. In 2025, Kim Seon Ho was set to star in a new drama with the talented Go Yoon, a rising star whose chemistry with him could recreate the magic fans loved, followed shortly by another major 2026 project alongside Suzy, a beloved actress who had already shared incredible on-screen moments with him in Startup, hinting at a possible renaissance for the actor. Yet as the months passed, fans noticed something strange. The 2025 drama with Go Yoon never launched. There were no official teasers, no release dates, no promotions, just silence. And in the drama industry, when a project vanishes without explanation, rumors spread like wildfire, with speculations ranging from production delays, script rewrites, broadcaster issues, or even subtle industry pressure that made producers hesitant to take risks, because even though the scandal that once damaged his image had been publicly resolved, the shadow of controversy still lingered, influencing decisions behind the scenes and creating an invisible barrier between him and a smooth return. And meanwhile, fans across the globe continued to flood social media with hashtags supporting him, demanding explanations, and debating theories, while journalists familiar with the industry called his case one of the biggest mysteries of 2025, asking why a drama that was announced with so much excitement seemed to evaporate before anyone could see it, and some began questioning whether his agency was purposely holding back releases to maximize future impact, or if there were hidden pressures preventing his return, making each new rumor more intense than the last, because in Korea, an actor's reputation can shift overnight, as Kim Seon Ho painfully experienced back in 2021, when a personal accusation from an ex-girlfriend exploded into a full-blown scandal, leading to cancelled contracts, erased public appearances, and a sudden fall from grace, which, despite later clarifications and apologies, left scars that are still felt in the industry today. And the speed at which everything happened, one day adored by fans, the next publicly shunned, created a situation where silence became his only safe strategy. And unlike many actors who might rush into interviews or take any role to prove themselves, Kim Seon Ho chose to disappear, allowing the storm to pass, knowing that in a public opinion-driven industry, time could be both an enemy and an ally, and this decision, while risky, might have been carefully calculated, because even now, although public outrage has faded, the invisible consequences remain, with every announced project carrying the silent question, has he truly been forgiven? His story gets even more intriguing when we look at the dynamics of the Korean entertainment industry itself, where broadcasters like TVN, SBS, and KBS hold enormous power, and even a single controversial figure can make sponsors hesitate, forcing productions to pause or restructure. And in Kim Seon Ho's case, his name is seen as a potential risk. So every project he is attached to becomes a balancing act between public expectation, corporate caution, and fan enthusiasm. And adding to this complexity is his agency's unusual handling of the situation, where silence has replaced traditional PR efforts. No revealing interviews, no variety show appearances, no emotional explanations, just strategic absence, which fuels both speculation and anticipation, making fans feel both frustrated and excited, because when he finally returns, the impact is guaranteed to be massive due to the vacuum his silence created. Yet this strategy comes with its own dangers, as months and years of absence invite rumors that something darker might be happening, with whispers of industry vetoes or political pressures. A tactic not uncommon in Korea, where cleared actors can still be frozen, due to behind-the-scenes power struggles, and while some fans believe the delays come from external pressures, others think Kim Seon Ho himself is not ready emotionally to face the immense scrutiny of a comeback, because returning after a scandal isn't just about acting again, it's about facing millions of eyes ready to analyze every gesture, word, and expression, which is why his cautious approach might be less about fear and more about preparation, waiting for the perfect moment to re-enter the spotlight with strength and impact. Meanwhile, the projects he is tied to hover like unfulfilled promises. The drama with Go Yoon-young has become almost mythical in forums, cited as if it were a ghost project that never existed, while the 2026 project with Suzy represents both hope and risk, as a successful release could rebuild his career, reignite his popularity, and confirm that his best days are ahead. But a delay or cancellation could reinforce the narrative of a career interrupted by controversy, leaving him trapped between two extremes, admired yet scrutinized, celebrated yet haunted by past events, and experts suggest that a gradual return strategy might work best, starting with smaller productions, supporting roles, or even independent films, where he can showcase his talent without the heavy weight of public judgment, a tactic successfully used by other actors who fell from grace and needed to rebuild credibility brick by brick. And in parallel, his international fanbase provides another layer of opportunity. As audiences across Asia, Latin America, and Europe continue to support him passionately, and streaming platforms like Netflix are well aware of his global appeal, making direct international releases a possible shortcut to bypass domestic hesitation, and if leveraged smartly, this could reshape the trajectory of his comeback. On a personal level, Kim Seon Ho's silence adds to his mystique, turning him into almost a mythological figure, present in collective memory but absent in daily life, and this absence builds tension, curiosity, and longing, which means that when he finally appears, whether in interviews, dramas, or public events, the emotional impact will be amplified, turning every gesture, line, or performance into a statement about resilience, reinvention, and perseverance, and beyond entertainment, his journey is now about proving that setbacks, scandals, and silence do not define a person's future, but rather, determination and patience can shape a comeback story that inspires millions, showing both industry insiders and fans alike that true talent, when nurtured carefully, cannot be permanently silenced, and in fact, each day of waiting makes the eventual return more significant, more meaningful, and more dramatic, like the narrative of a real-life drama unfolding in front of everyone's eyes. So now, as we look forward to 2026, the questions remain. Will the project with Suzy air and restore him to his rightful place in the industry, proving that his talent and perseverance can overcome the shadows of the past? Or will delays and cancellations reinforce the image of a promising actor interrupted, leaving fans disappointed and rumors unverified? Between these extremes lies a middle path, where smaller projects, strategic appearances, and international releases could steadily rebuild trust and excitement, slowly rewriting the narrative of Kim Seon Ho's career, and this balancing act highlights a deeper truth about fame. In a world where public perception, corporate decisions, and fan expectations collide, the timing of a comeback can be as crucial as the talent behind it, because even the best actors can falter without the right strategy, audience support, and industry confidence, and Kim Seon Ho's journey embodies this delicate interplay, demonstrating that a career is not just built on talent, but also on resilience, patience, and strategic thinking. Now it's your turn. Do you believe Kim Seon Ho will make a grand comeback, rewriting his story and reclaiming his throne in dramas, or do you think the silence around him has already spoken louder than any promise, marking the end of a once promising rise? Comment below with your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because here we track every step of Korean stars, reveal the hidden stories behind scandals, and bring you the latest updates from the world of dramas and beyond, making sure you never miss a single behind-the-scenes moment. And as we await Kim Seon Ho's next move, one thing is certain, his story is far from over, and when he finally steps back into the spotlight, it will be a moment worth remembering, showing that true talent, combined with patience and strategy, can rise even after the darkest setbacks.